Welcome to charting session May 2nd? May 2nd or May 1st? What day is it today, guys? May 1st or 2nd? May 2nd. So welcome to charting session May 2nd. Gonna go over today's trade. I'll go over AM session as well pretty quickly. That's about it. Let's get into it, and then I'll do some drawn liquidity practice. Uh, if you use OBS, could you not use it for a show? Here in disconnects here. Okay, anyways. I don't know. I'm not going to answer any questions right now. Let's see. Let's go to 10 a.m., right? I don't know if I really care about any of this. So we'll look at is this 9:59? Okay. So this is a 9-hour. Yeah. Yeah, so Shisha. This, if I was coming into this AM session, bruh, there's no way I would have done for that. I would have done took like 10 longs, bruh. I would have done took like 10 longs on that bit, though. If I would have seen this bit when I fucking woke up, I would have done took like 10 longs, bruh. So by 10 a.m., this is a 9-hour candle in whole. We make a move down. Market opens. We start moving down. From what I saw on the 1 minute, just right here, it doesn't seem like there was many opportunities for entries. At least in relation to inversions. If you do trade, like, I don't know, fucking liquidity sweep fair value gap, maybe. Um, I guess, theoretically, you could be trading into some sort of, hold on. You could be trading like breaker blocks-ish. Let's see, like I feel like the 5 minute might look better. No. So this looks pretty scuffed. Like this has to be like the most scuffed breaker ever, I guess. So I wouldn't even pay attention to this. But if you do trade like, I guess like, yeah, maybe like breakers and fair value gaps, you probably would have taken an entry around here. I guess you do have like an inversion of this one. Maybe you saw that we didn't quite tap back in. Maybe like on the 2 minute you could have found something. Yeah, it seems like we tapped back into like this 2 minute inversion here. I don't know if like that's how you like to trade inversions. Maybe a 3 minute right here. But personally, I probably wouldn't have caught anything considering that market opens. We rip down, we take out this sell side level. I don't want to be trying to short after we take out first target, but I guess probably around this time, I can't really see what the candles looked like, but I'm sure we were higher up. And let's see, if I look at the 1 hour, we were probably trading around here. I probably would have determined a bearish bias unless we were inside this bullish fair value gap, then I wouldn't have been too sure of how to feel coming into the morning. If we were already past this bullish fair value gap and I saw that we weren't really holding it, maybe I would have been bearish with this being one of my first targets, as in just like a higher time frame narrative. This being my second target, which would be Asian lows. Shit. And then finally, this unfilled 1 hour fair value gap as well. Overall, I feel like there is certainly more bearish confluences. I kind of want to, let me just look at this real quick. Yes, something like this. It looks like we might have gone into the premium of this whole move. Candles aren't really closing above these wicks. Seems like, volume is kind of like dying out here. I probably would have leaned towards bullish. And just, maybe this unfilled 1 hour would have been definitely like good in my mind. This first level of sell side. But then again, I probably wouldn't have caught any of this move because I don't really see anything that good. I'm gonna just play out this AM session as if I was like trading it live. I don't know. We'll see if I take a dub or an L. Um, yeah, then we accumulate down here. We have this little accumulation zone right here. I'm gonna mark this out for now. Um, let's see what happens. Okay, so then this accumulated zone I can kind of forget about because we continue to dump, no inversion to the upside after rebalancing the 1 hour. So here I would have definitely felt super bullish. After we tapped into this unfilled 1 hour, I would have felt super, super bullish. Um, and then also being a soup of Asian lows, I would have felt super bullish. Even this soup probably would, this might have been something I would have tried to take. Would I have succeeded? Probably not. It looks like it. But let's be real, like let's just go over like what my model, things I would probably take. I would have noticed this accumulation. We manipulate down, tap into the 1 hour. I would have liked to see an inversion of everything in this leg. I would have taken some longs if we got that. Price doesn't give us that. 10 a.m. opens and we immediately manipulate down. This gives me more confluence for bullish. I'd definitely still be feeling the bullish vibes. I can see us like I can see this being like us forming the wick, liquidating like Asian lows, like taking that liquidity as we manipulate down, setting up potential good longs. Um, at this point, I would definitely take any nice inversion that we could get. We take out this lows. This is kind of nice. I kind of like seeing this where we manipulate down, we move up. And then take out that low. Maybe there's an SMT at that lows. I'm not going to check though. I don't really feel like switching to ES. Oh, we keep dumping. Oh, I see maybe now why. This was kind of a shit AM. Continuing to dump is kind of trash. Um, but yeah, still no inversions. Um, this leg doesn't look too good to inverse. We are generating good buy side targets though. So if I were to take longs during AM session, there are very clear targets which I like. Like this looks pretty. What the fuck? This looks pretty good. If we find some longs, what's the highest time frame in this leg? Oh, this 2 minute doesn't look atrocious. Um, is that the highest time frame though? Oh, the 3 minute is technically. I wonder what happens with that 3 minute. The 3 minute gets inversed, and it looks like we rip up right after. I would have. This 3 minute inverse looks pretty good, but I hate that I just did that though. I didn't want to see the whole candle move. But it looks like that 3 minute closed well. This was actually a good opportunity for longs right here. Maybe if with even more confidence, so I guess you'd probably want to see these get invalidated right here. These bearish fair value gaps. I mean, you did invalidate the highest time frame, so it's not that deep if you don't invalidate these. You can definitely be scaling into a position here. But let's say I wanted to play it safe and see an invalidation of like all these fair value gaps. Maybe like now, I guess you could start somewhat scaling into a position. Would you even get like a 1-to-1 from here? Probably not. But let's see. Am I retarded? So this being first target. Would I want my stop loss here? Probably not. I probably want my stop around here. Looks like I would probably just break even this shit fast. If we deliver down lower, I'd take something. Oh, like right there. That doesn't look bad at all. So maybe something like this. Yeah, now we got like a nice 1-to-1. This looks like a really good trade, I think. I don't know. Oh, this is fucking great. Why don't you guys take this shit? Obviously, I guess first CP's here. Do you have like an unbalanced 15 minute? Yeah, unbalanced 15 minute. You run to that as well. 5 minute. I mean, let's just see how this trade plays out. But, shit. Probably my last TP would be up here. Yeah, I'd have probably killed myself by now after this dip, but I mean, this trade played out nice. Was there a reason Blake didn't take this inversion? Tap back in here was clean. You got the 3-minute inverse everything in this leg. Time and price aligned. That looked pretty good. Making fun of TJR strat. Bruh. Oh, is this the 1020 inversion you was talking about? Yeah, that was what he said he wanted to see. Yeah, I don't get why he didn't take this though. This looked really good. It did look really good. Maybe he was just distracted. He wanted SMT. He wanted SMT. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I think time and price aligned here enough though for there not to need to be an SMT. I don't really pay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like I love SMTs at the right times at significant PD arrays. I think down here, I don't even care if I'd care to see an SMT. Um, if we would have got like an SMT, like if this would have been an SMT, bro, this soup, I probably would have taken this and gotten stopped out maybe. I'm not gonna lie. Oh wait, that's actually a pretty big move. Like if I were to take this, oh yeah, I definitely would have partialed at least something. But like this SMT, I can like if this was an SMT, I could definitely see this being like, oh fuck, this is a good trade. Because you're inside this 1 hour. But after delivering down past it like that, did I did I mark out that 1 hour correct? Yeah. Oh, and a sweep of these lows, bro. Fuck an SMT. I wouldn't need an SMT there. But I understand. It is just makes the reversal so much more, I don't know, confident. Ooh, crypto. Ooh, crypto. Green. Oh my god, I haven't seen that in so long. Ah, there was a SMT there. You took the uni and got fucked. Uh, I'll look at your trade after, Kyo. I really like this inverse. I don't want to sound like hindsight or anything, but I would have probably taken this. Like I'd say 80% chance I would have taken this. I don't see why we would really need an SMT, but it would have been I mean it would have been extra confluence. Um so this looked good. That looked like a long you guys could have taken. If you want me to like break it down super fast once again, we're trading within so we create this leg right here. This down here is actually fucking um, an insane liquidity sweep, right? Take out all these lows. This looks this looks fire. Drop down. Take out this level of sell side. That looks really fucking good. Um, and we end up fucking holding. Um, well, we don't know that yet. We're trading down here right now, but to me, right, we get rejection. We're holding this. Um, yeah, we're down here right now. I wouldn't really need an SMT. You got buy side level set up. You scope out, bro. You're trading within a market maker buy model, no doubt about it. I mean, the question is the reversal going to happen now or later? This candle close would have been super convincing to me though that like significant liquidity sweep on the higher time frame. We close like this. I'd probably anticipate a reversal by now. Um, and definitely like now you're gonna get a lot of, especially after like you just break from here, like market structure shift. Don't take out this buy side level. I'd be fucking looking for longs right here as well. Like, oh, I think I did look for longs right here. Oh yeah, I did take longs right here. Like this next buy side level is obviously fucking beautiful. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I think that would have been good to take. I don't know, did any of you take anything in relation to that maybe or something with a different model, but did you anticipate the bullish reversal there? expected. It didn't like the entry as much. I think I think trading this one live would have been kind of scary because 3 minute you get the 3 minute inversion around here, and then you immediately rip up after the 3 minute inversion, and then you inverse everything in this leg. But I feel like knowing, obviously you're not going to take an entry here, but knowing that everything in this leg has been inverse on every single fucking time frame, I feel like I would have probably started scaling into my position around here. I mean, it gave you like 3 opportunities really to scale in. You're trading within all these inversions, and then you can get good RR. Um, I don't know. I just took this like with you guys, like obviously on like replay mode, but exactly as like I feel like I would have on live. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. I feel like it's hard to say on replay mode, but this does look really fucking good. Like I don't know, it looked really good. Anyways, let's go over to kind of my trade. I didn't open the markets really till right here, not even capping. It's crazy. Um, let's see if there's an SMT, but I don't even care to check if there's an SMT because I was on my phone. I'm not even checking if there's an SMT. Or was I? Was I checking if there's an SMT? I don't know. I don't really care. I know the draw is higher. I'm looking at the 1 hour. I see that we fucking take out that liquidity. We're looking super bullish. We're inside this fucking bullish fair value gap. Yes, we are approaching 11 a.m., but macro doesn't like it looks like we're generating liquidity for macro. So like I really like the idea of taking longs at this point. The way we're holding this for value gap looks fucking beautiful. On top of that, we're trading back inside this fucking inversion right here. Like this, I don't know, this was looking so good to me. Um, and I determined my next draw was right here. I didn't even take a TP right here. Like I fully was aware of like the buy model we were in. I neglected this. Not neglected, but I just like disregarded this fucking internal high right there because this was obviously the more clear draw. And then we had a 15-minute rebalance up here. And if you don't know what a 15-minute rebalance is, it means there's just an unfilled 15-minute fair value gap right there. I'm gonna like mark it out like this. It's a great fucking confluence, right? Because what does price do? It fills imbalances. It corrects imbalances. It's the only way you need to think about it. Anyways, you have this unfilled 15-minute as well. Like that shit looks fucking gorgeous. I don't know. I feel like this you should definitely be taking. I just realized this was my model. I'm actually fried. This is quite literally my PDI model. You have your accumulation zone up here, and not only that, but you manipulate into a fucking bullish PD array. Like how could you not be anticipating another move up right here? And so I am waiting obviously for price to inverse all this. I see the only thing I was kind of sketched out after we took out these highs right here inside this bearish fair value gap. I was kind of sketched out. Right now we inverse everything in the leg. I'm not gonna go in here because I'm not gonna get good RR. Yo, why is my shit flipped? Why is my shit flipped? Dead ass. I'm not gonna go in here because I'm gonna get shit RR for my first CP. So what am I gonna wait? I know that we've now inversed these fair value gaps, right? Let's mark this up, boys. So you see that? So you really see the model in play. I'm gonna remove all this other shit so you can focus up for a second. Actually focus up for a second. I want you to really understand why I took this. Quite literally on my fucking phone. This should be no-brainer. First of all, let's look. Let's go over it. Higher time frame liquidity sweep. We show signs of blatant rejection. We immediately start delivering up. I'm not on the charts at this point, but if you were even on the charts at this point, now you know bias is flipping bullish. We take out first level of buy side, and this one's an easy target. This one's a guaranteed target. We take out this first level of buy side within this market maker buy model. Oh my God. Within this buy model. And now what's our next target? This level of buy side. This level of buy side gets left. It doesn't get taken right here. And we start accumulating right below it. And then we manipulate down. Like right here, it's going to be your A. Right here is going to be your manipulation. And it's a very blatant manipulation too. Look at how weak these candles are. Stuck trading within this range. Suddenly, you break out of these wicks, of all these wicks. Two powerful candles come down. Yeah, you start chopping up a little bit, but look at this slow delivery up. You get an inversion of everything in that leg. You look at the 2 minute. You have this 2 minute as well. Gets inverse. That's the 2 minute was the highest time frame. Doesn't matter that you took these highs or whatever. This highest time frame fair value gap gets inverse. The draw is clear, and this is something I've been trying to help myself like work on. I don't know. People like fucking Minion and shit knows this, bro, where it's like sometimes you don't like the draw is so clear that you shouldn't be too picky or like kind of greedy with little shit like this. I know the highest time frame fair value gap got inversed. I don't really care to see like this 1 minute get inversed or any bullshit like that. I like everything with that is in line with my model happened. And there's no reason I shouldn't be in this trade except for one factor, risk to reward. Do I want to be in right here? I don't want to be in right here. I want to now wait for a retracement of somewhere along this range. Even a retracement back down into this inversion, I'm going to start scaling my position. And so what happens? Price comes down. Right there, I add a con. Price goes down again, I add a con. And now I'm in my trade. I wanted to see us come down into here, but I don't want to be too greedy. Because right now, what did I open up an opportunity for? A one-to-one trade. A one-to-one trade. I quite literally do not need to be greedier. I don't need to tap down in here. I'll get a fucking 1-3, 1-4 if I do. It's sick, but it's probably not going to happen. And right here, I have all the confluences I need. It's that simple. My accumulation, my manipulation down, and my PDI, my pre-distribution inversion. I'm anticipating a distribution leg upwards now. I have this unswept buy side level. I have this 15-minute rebalance. Like everything is aligning. There's no reason I shouldn't be in this trade. If I lose, I don't give a fuck. I took an A+ setup. Now, let's talk about time and price here. We get this manipulation down. We start delivering up. I go in my trade at 10:50. I'm actually expecting time to be in my favor now because we left all this liquidity up here. It didn't get taken, and now we're in a trade, and this macro is opening up. What happens during macros? Price seeks liquidity, right? Price is gonna seek liquidity. So I'm actually feeling pretty fucking confident being in a trade at this time, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's a high chance that this is going to work out in my favor. There's no reason for us to deliver down. We held these bullish fair value gaps right here. All these bullish PD rates have been respected. There is no reason for us to come down. And so I'm expecting price in line with this macro to just do what it has to do. And there's only one factor in my head right now, right? I'm thinking, okay, let's say we keep accumulating and 11 a.m. rolls around. The first thing I'm going to pay attention to is how 11 a.m. opens up. If I were to keep accumulating here and 11 a.m. opens and makes a move up, I'm getting out the trade. Because I'm assuming that that's going to be our manipulation up and then we're going to go down, open high, low, close. If I'm accumulating and I stay in this range, 11 a.m. opens up, we manipulate down, hold this inversion, hold these bullish PD rays. I'm assuming a beautiful rip up. I don't mind being in the trade because I took it prior to 11. Or my most ideal scenario is I'm in this trade before 11 during the macro. The macro cooks for me, takes my TPs, takes the liquidity I want to see get taken, And then I don't really care too much what happens with 11 a.m. Why? Because there's two things that can happen. This macro cooks for me. I take one TP, and then 11 a.m. rolls around. We manipulate up, hit my second TP, or 11 a.m. opens up. We manipulate down, hit my second TP. I'm at this point after taking my first TP. I'm almost confident that time is gonna align in my favor. So let's watch how this plays out. We start moving slowly, slowly. We even inverse this for value gap at this point. I almost added a fucking con, how confident I was with this trade, but I didn't want to be I didn't want to be too greedy. Um, and so now, bro, like there's really no question about it. I'm analyzing price. We we edge my buy side level right here. I don't take a TP yet. Then I take my TP, right? Take my TP right there. What happens? 11 a.m. opens, we immediately manipulate down. And I'm thinking, holy fuck, this is actually perfectly in my favor. Not only are we manipulating down, we're also manipulating into this bullish fair value gap. This shit's probably going to hold, and we're going to cook. That's exactly what happens. We get a nice reaction, but then still, we don't hit TP. Price starts coming down a bit. Right here, just off us taking this low that we created, and the closing above it, I'm feeling still pretty good about my trade. Once again, I can also see us coming down into this low, souping this, and ripping up. But 11 a.m. told me everything I needed to see. We manipulated down, held this for value gap, got a reaction up. I know we want to go higher. Even this close, failure to close below these wicks is telling me, okay, we're going to rip now. And if you watch the screen recording I posted, I quite literally typed at this candle, now it's going to rip. And we just started fucking ripping, especially like, yeah, or at this candle. When I saw that we couldn't close past these wicks, all TPs are hit, and it was beautiful. And then you look at the higher time frame, and the freaking bar model plays out. Super freaking legit. Super awesome. Um, any questions about the, yeah, I'm recording this. Any questions about this trade? Thank you, bro. Thank you. Exactly, Minion. Can I use everything you're saying and use it on the 5 minute? I feel like it doesn't happen that smooth on the 5 minute. I use drawn liquidity fair if like I don't get smooth moves like that on the 1 minute. Yeah, you can do everything on the 5 minute. If you like trading on the 5 minute, absolutely you can. Um, I probably higher time frame, probably the more probably the more probable. I'm not even kidding. It's just adjusting your stop in relation to that time frame is going to be crucial. So the reality is that you're taking something on the 5 minute. Don't be putting the same stop that I'm putting on the 1 minute. Like it goes like that. Um, how did you determine the higher time frame liquidity sweep? Well, it's not much of like determining. I fully just saw right here like so I would have probably been expecting a move up to happen after we rebalance this bullish fair value gap. But we didn't, and that's fine. We kept delivering down, and we took out this low, and now at this point we take out this low. We don't keep trading lower. Now we price starts moving up. There is no reason for me to think that we're gonna go lower, and if we do, then okay, I maybe I lose my trade, or maybe I just don't ever even get a long opportunity. But a long opportunity presents itself after wicking this low. So I'm not that I know it's a liquidity sweep, but I'm pretty fucking confident it's gonna be a liquidity sweep, and price is just gonna shoot up. So it's just like as simple as that. Like I saw a higher time frame take out that low. Look at the way even this fucking candle closes. Like immediately we don't even start trading back down there. Like it's just we're just trading above that sweep. Um, right? And I'm not on the charts at this time, but like that's what I would have noticed. And then when I went on the charts, I did notice all these factors playing prior to my trade, which made me even more confident and we're more bullish that we still have this buy side level, this 15-minute rebalance. And these were my only two TPs. I didn't expect the trade to go any higher after this whatsoever. This to me looks like a complete model. Sure, maybe this high, but it's like That's a bit optimistic. I was super fucking satisfied with 265 fucking ticks for 2.5 bands. Like, it's vibes, bro. On my phone during my brother's graduation, I wasn't trying to be too hung up on my trade. I would have probably let like my psychology start fucking with me. Um, how did you know which inverse for value gap to enter off of? So, well, in a regular situation, I would simply enter off of the highest time frame one, um, which in this case was a 3 minute. So I would just enter as soon as the 3 minute gets inversed. Um, this candle is not an inversion, right? When you close at the edge, that is not an inversion. It has to be a quite literal, at least a tick or two, bro, past this fair value gap to be truly invalidated. This is still a hold of the fair value gap, this candle. Um, but then we get an inversion here on the 3 minute, and the second I saw price tap back into the 3 minute inversion, I scaled into my position. It was that simple. That was the highest time frame fair value gap. I saw price tap back into it as well as a fucking 1 minute inverse fair value gap, and then I went in. This is the rare, well, kind of, yeah, the rare scenario where you don't get a good opportunity to market order the inversion, because it closes too far past, and then you get an opportunity through a retracement to enter, which was what happened this time. And all I did really was, since those retracements with the fair value with the inverses are like not really that common, like usually inverse fair value gaps, and price just rips. Like, it's just like that's how it is, bro. It's like it's a fucking fast move. Like, you make money fast with this model. Um, but I just saw that we retraced a little bit. Like, look, this is not even a big retracement. I just saw we retraced down to here to this inversion. I immediately started scaling into my position. Saw we went even a little bit lower, just scaled up to my position. I was so confident in this trade that even if we went fucking down to this inversion, I would have scaled even more into my position. Like, I don't care. I was gonna scale in every fucking opportunity I got into this. Um, but that's that. That's crazy. Uh, is it better to see a liquidity sweep before PDI? Yeah, obviously. It's it's like, why wouldn't you want a liquidity sweep prior to seeing your model? Just confirming your bias. But do you need it? No. If Do you need the liquidity sweep? Not necessarily. If you know the bias, the PDI works best. That's the reality. I do say that you can take the PDI almost whenever, right? Even when it's against your bias. Um, and then you just target the sweep of the accumulation zone. But which is fine, right? If you like to like do quick scalp trades, you can do that. But as long as your bias is in line with the PDI, that's fine. However you determine your bias, that's however you determine. My bias isn't just based off liquidity sweeps. Like, it's just, wow, what the fuck is that picture of me with boobs? That was disgusting. Um, I took a short trade at 311. We were a 4 hour bearish for value gap, and the 1 minute was the highest time frame issue. If you can take a look at it, tell me if it was good entry or how could I improve. At 311, is that Eastern Standard Time? If it's a fast move, do you just not take it or still force market order? If it's a fast move, I don't care. I'll take it. If it's too aggressive of a move or the close is way too past like the fair value gap, like the inversion is just like way too far away from where my entry should be, then I'll wait for a retracement. But if it's too fast, I don't care. That just means momentum is picking up. It should be in our favor. Um, so yeah, if anything, fast is better. Yo, fucking camera, like, what is there to be blurry about, bro? Yeah, if it closes my God, bro. If it closes super far past the inversion, bro, then obviously, if it closes super far past inversion, then you're gonna need to wait for it to tap back in, which is what I did here. Like, look at this shit. Closed fucking up here. Like, well, the thing is, this 3 minute inversion wasn't an inversion. Um, and then we got this close, which wasn't even bad. This close wasn't bad. Like, cause you can get about a 1-to-1 with this. Yeah, slightly negative. But then like once I saw us tap back in, I went in. Yeah, that's really it. It's just risk to reward preference. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. Like, don't overthink it. It's just risk to reward preference, bro. I wanted better risk. That's it. Um, but yeah. Wait, let me look at that trade. You said about 311. So you said you took this inversion of this 1 minute. Um, well, if you took this inversion of this fucking 1 minute, you should have printed some fucking money. Which one did you take? I'm confused. Looks like price fucking ripped down. The higher one. So you took the highest one. And did you partial? Did you win? Did you lose? You made 1.5K. Okay. Um, it looks really good. Like, this is also kind of a PDI model. Actually, the manipulation might have been down here. Honestly, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to claim this as the manipulation move. It looks like we had our accumulation right here, manipulated lower, um, and then price went up. But actually, I don't want to say it's good, bro. And I'll tell you why. Like, I don't think it's good. Um, it's like the I would tell you it's good if you waited for this one to get inverse as well. Um, I think you had a little bit of luck play in there. I would have waited for this second one to get inverse. This is a leg you're trading within. You're pushing the limits definitely by just taking this first one. Um, but if your draw was clear enough, like, you can trade it however you want, bro. But I would have waited for this one. But it seems like it played in your favor. I would have definitely started partialing around this for value gap. That 2 minute. And then my last CP would have been, you can hold to any of these lows. Did it continue going lower? Yeah, that's some atrocious PA though. Yeah, I mean, just get careful when you trade too, bro. Like, okay, let me look at one more thing. So 3 p.m. immediately manipulates lower, and then we start trading up. Yeah, I mean, this inversion, I don't know how I would have felt about this inversion. But if I were you, if you liked the way shorts were looking, at least wait until the last fair value gap and your leg got inverse, which was this other 1 minute. Aside from that, if your confluences are strong enough, you can take inversions how you want. I guess at the end of the day, determining draw is more important, right? If you know your draw, your entry is kind of just a matter of how good of a risk to reward you can get. Yeah, yeah, it does look like one of those like freebies where you can just break even super quick. Um, so if there's a lower time frame fair value gap above a higher time frame fair value gap, but the higher time frame fair value gap gets inverse, could we enter? Yeah, theoretically you could enter. And I do that most of the time if the draw is clear enough. Um, if you're still unsure of the draw, like you don't know if you should be bullish, then wait for also that one on the lower time frame to get inverse. But yeah. What time frame closes do you expect manipulation? What time frame closes? Just hourly closes. Yeah, like just hourly candles. Every time a new hourly candle opens up, anticipate open high low close or open low high close, and then 4 hour candles cook even harder. What's the best time to trade the PDI AMD model? New York session, really. I'm not gonna lie. The macro indicator, it's called Macro Tracker. You should be able to find it. I need to learn market maker model, open high low close in your PDI video. I feel like the market maker model videos would help my bias a lot. I got my draw and liquidity down pretty good, but I feel like it'll help. What do you think? Absolutely, it will help. Knowing if you're trading in a sell model or a buy model is crucial. Easiest way to identify is just fucking looking at your screen. All right, are you making buy side levels as you're delivering down? Okay. Okay. If the answer is yes, there's a chance you could be setting up for a buy model. Okay, now you break out of the structure. You take one level buy side and you start trading lower. Like it's like a visual thing. It's like a visual thing, right? At this point, at this area, you should 100% be anticipating you're trading in a buy model, right? Take out this first level buy side, come down. What's gonna happen next? Take out this next level buy side, come down. Buy side, whatever, blah blah blah. Same bullshit. Thanks for the review on your trade. Definitely gonna go into replay myself and go over that 1020 entry and your PDI entry. Yeah, definitely go do that, please. I feel like today should have been really clear. I kind of wish I was live trading with you guys today. I don't expect much with macros, really. I don't really use macros too much ever as a confluence, but today I did because we left those buy side levels, and in macros, you usually seek liquidity. So I just thought chances are it could be in my favor this time since the liquidity that needed to be seeked was aligned with my buy, so it was bullish liquidity, right? I mean, like buy side levels. So really all I expect in macro is buy side levels to get taken out, sell side levels to get taken out, equal highs, equal lows, any sort of like manipulation to get people out the markets. Did you go over the 130 where we had equal lows and got caught in shorts, but 2 p.m. opened and fucked us over? I did not go over that. I don't really want to go over that. The inverse never happened, guys. That's it. Like, what was I talking about? 2 p.m. opens up. We start going up. Yeah, this looked so good if we would have got an inversion, right? We start accumulating. What happens? Now price and time align. 2 p.m. opens up, and we fucking rip up. Now this is our manipulation. And now what I want to see happen, I want to see this 2-minute inversion happen. Wait, is this the trade I was talking about? Oh no, there's like a 5-minute, sorry. Yeah. So we have a 3-minute at this manipulation. We have a 4-minute. Look, we have a 3-minute. This 3-minute gets inverse, but there's one right below, and it's still holding. We have a 4-minute holding. We have a 5-minute holding. We even have a 6-minute holding. There's no reason to be shorting. We're respecting bullish PD arrays. What did I want to see happen was those get disrespected so we could fucking short. But they didn't. They never got they never got invalidated. They just held. That's it. So what happened? The distribution leg never happened because the inversion never happened. So the PDI never happened. So nothing ever fucking happened. Like people probably got baited so hard with this candle. Like so fucking hard. Class fucking act, bro. Like that shit isn't real. Doesn't fucking matter. This just ended up being a PDI and and up. Like a PDI going up. You guys got baited for a second PDI. Look, accumulation, manipulation down, inverse fair value gap. Price delivers up. You guys got baited, bro. There was no reason to be in that short. I'm not gonna waste time explaining that. There was no reason to be in that short. If you trade inversions, there was no reason to be in that short. If you trade anything else, maybe this doesn't look bad. I don't fucking know, bro. Like, maybe this doesn't look bad. Tap into a fucking fair value gap right here. I don't know. Like, if you don't trade inversions, then there's no reason to be upset that you got stopped. If you trade inversions, then you did it wrong. And that's like the most honest answer I can give you. Yeah. I was like, I asked Will. I was like, Will, why'd you go in? He's like, momentum. Like, Bro's using fucking an object in motion stays in motion ass logic, bro. Like that shit was crazy, bro. But yeah, I'm fucking exhausted, bro. But I did say I was gonna chop up a little bit of draw and liquidity explanation, so let me let me go over that. I've talked about this 100 times, and I know there's always new people joining though, so I don't mind talking about it more. But I'm gonna keep this short. Um, Draw and liquidity is a matter of identifying what's left of you and how are we treating that, right? So let's say you woke up on this random day. You woke up, you're looking at price, whatever, and you notice that during Asian session, all you have is this big move up. All right, that's what you notice. You notice during Asian session, all you have is a big move up with no retracements. This is your Asian session range. You're inside the premium of this range. So it's kind of hard to be bullish unless you had a bullish confluence. Maybe you see that you're holding this 1 hour. So let's start marking out that, right? Because overall price is bullish, but you don't want to be. You want to be bearish. So let's look for reasons to be bearish right now. And one fact is that we are in the premium right now. We had a huge move up. We are in the premium of this range. All right. Now let's go one over. We respect this bullish fair value gap. It's 3 a.m. Whatever. Now you're like, okay, maybe price is just fucking bullish. I don't know if you'd be trading at 4 a.m. But then you see an inversion happen to this fair value gap, right? At this time. And now you're thinking, okay, maybe the next draw would probably be Asian session lows. But chances are, let's be real now, the next draw is probably Asian session lows, but I don't want to be longing now from the discount of this range. So now you're going to tell yourself, okay, short opportunities weren't presented. If I want to be longing, now these are all if-then statements. Now if I'm going to look for longs, I want to see Asian lows get taken. Asian lows get respected. Now we're in the discount. Asian lows get taken. We can take some longs. Asian lows get taken. Asian lows get respected, right? Let's say you're trading at this time, 5 a.m. for some fucking reason. Asian lows get taken. You see the candle closes and respects Asian lows. You have a significant liquidity sweep. Price is respecting it. And now you can anticipate, being in the discount of the range that I showed you, that longs would be good. And so I don't know what the fuck you're seeing on the lower time frame. Right now we're talking about finding draw and liquidity. You look at these candles and you're anticipating, okay, where's the next bullish draw now, right? Probably Asian session highs is going to be your next draw since it never got taken. And so this to me, like if I wake up and I'm seeing this, I'm like, okay, Asian lows gets taken, it gets respected. We're in the discount of the range. We can try to look for some longs. And then let's say you're like, oh, but I'm feeling bearish. What bearish confluence do you have? You have none. What do you want to wait for? Asian highs to get taken, respected. What happens? Asian highs get taken, respected. Now you're feeling bearish again, right? You're feeling bearish. What are your next targets? Maybe you're in a search and destroy model now. Now it's going to be London lows. And so it's like a matter of really just analyzing what's going on before you get on the charts. Like I don't really, right? Like this doesn't look like it exactly played out. I don't know what's going on in the lower time frame, but it does look like we're just like kind of like bouncing like that. Maybe some relatively equal lows down here. These get taken, right? Like these relatively equal lows get taken, they get respected. But maybe now I have this unfilled 1 hour bullish fair value gap that we didn't tap back into, and we're still pretty high into this range. We're trading like we had this big move up. Maybe we come down and tap this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. But what if we don't? what if we don't? What if we don't tap into that bullish fair value gap? Then maybe we come up into this bearish breaker, um, and you know, I don't know, maybe like this fair value gap if it gets created. I don't know. Um, and so yeah, so this fair value gap gets created. You have this bearish breaker, and now you're thinking, okay, there's not much of a reason to be long if I'm on the lower time frame right now. I'm thinking I want to fucking short. But like it's all if then statements, right? Because now you're thinking like trading up here, it's like, oh, well, it looks like we're inversing this 1 hour, but we're also inside this breaker. So what do you trust more, this inversion or this breaker? I don't know. I'd probably sit this one out, and I'd just be like, I don't know what's gonna happen now. And I mean, even the candle looks like it doesn't know what's gonna fucking happen. But it seems like this inversion gets invalidated, and now it's 2 p.m. and you're about to go into 3 p.m. session. And now, like to me, like it looks like this draw is next. Like I don't know, breaker gets respected. This draw looks like it's gonna be next, and we have this unfilled 1 hour. Like, and then what happens? Like I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't even know. I don't even know. I haven't like I didn't like fucking cheat or anything. This is just me telling you how my thought process is, and like hopefully you pick something you get something out of it. So I saw breaker gets respected. This inversion doesn't happen. So like at this time I would be unmarried to a bias, but then I see this candle invalidate that inversion, and so now I'm thinking, okay, realistically we're just holding this breaker now, um, and then we have this unfilled fucking 1 hour, and now we have this other fucking unfilled 1 hour. Like I don't know, but regardless, now like I'm flipping my bias to bullish because I don't really want to be bearish. It looks like this range got rebalanced for the most part. We already had a big bearish move. Now I'm flipping my bias to bullish. We tap inside this fair value gap, so now we have a reason to be bullish. Well, this is 6 p.m., so it's a totally new day. So let's like skip past this. Let's go like a new day. Okay, like even like something like this, bro. Like Asian, like just Asian lows and Asian highs to me is such a. You don't need to use this like I do, but this to me has always been such an easy fucking confluence. Like, look, let's mark out Asian highs, Asian lows. You wake up for London session. You see London session takes out Asian lows, respects it. Body closure respects it. Where's the next draw? Maybe this unfilled bearish fair value gap. What happens? This respects it. Asian highs gets taken as well as we rebalance this unfilled fair value gap. Then what happens? Price delivers down. It's all just like price rebalancing. That's quite literally it. Like, I don't know. My bias isn't always going to be right, but I feel like for the most part, it's pretty easy to determine a bias, right? But now let's see. Now let's look at this difference. We took out Asian lows, we delivered up, took out Asian highs, rebalanced this fair value gap, which was untapped, and then we deliver lower. Now we close below Asian lows. Now we close below Asian lows with like good fucking power. 9 a.m., 10 a.m. 10 a.m. seems like it retraced up into this range after dumping, went into the premium, respected this fair value gap. Now like I'd probably be thinking we're gonna go lower, maybe take out fucking Asian lows. Who the fuck knows? But like you get the point. Like it's just like you just want to fucking keep looking left. Like this to me, I probably wouldn't have been bullish here until I saw Asian lows get taken. So it's like if you don't have a clear draw, then don't be taking a trade until you have a clear draw. So like then like look at this, right? What I wanted to see happen in order to be bullish doesn't happen, which was take out Asian lows, because right now I'm bearish. I see that we're like holding this 1 hour. I think the next draw might be down here. But obviously it looks like price didn't even go any lower, so chances are there's probably no short opportunities within this candle. And then we see price start immediately trading up at 11 a.m. And then 12, and then lunch hour. And now you're about to go into 1 p.m. session and you just inverse this whole leg. This should be completely flipping your bias. Where's the next draw? Next draw is probably going to be this high, right? After that next draw is hit, I'm probably not even married to a bias at this point. I don't know where the fuck we're going. We're inside this 1 hour. I look at the 4 hour, inside a 4 hour as well. That probably like does it for me on that day. I don't know. Like I'm trying to explain draw a little bit different than like I normally would. Because the way I usually explain draw is like, yes, I do cover all the time. Like it's a matter of like, price filling imbalances. You have a big move, price needs to retrace, right? There you go, price retraces before it goes up. What happens? We go into the discount of the range, and then we rip up. Like, that's just like something, I don't know, it's just like kind of common sense, kind of not, but like it's right, filling imbalances all the time. Look at what's unfilled. If there's a 1 hour untapped fair value gap and it looks like you don't really have like, and you're feeling bullish, that might be your next draw. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that might be your next draw. Um, Also, just pay attention to the way candle closes. I don't know. It's like this is also like automatic for me at this point, and that's just a matter of like screen time. And also like don't become too obsessed with your bias being right, because it's just like that's not the point. And now that's when I get into like what I always teach people really, where it's like price is fractal, right? So it's like you see this is the 1 hour chart right now, right? You're looking at this 1 hour chart. Ready? This is you right now, and you're on the 1 hour chart. What do you see right now? Market maker buy model. There you go. So you see a market maker buy model, right? You see that there's a potential market maker buy model on the 1 hour, right? You have these levels of buy side, but you don't know for sure. You don't know for sure if you are in a buy model and if you are bullish. Um, But now, you're assuming that you are in a buy model. So now let's pay attention to what you do know, right? Let's say you're like down here, right? Let's pay attention to what you do know. Okay, maybe you see that and you're also inside this 1 hour fair value gap. Does this increase your ability to be bullish? Like, does this make you feel more confident now that you're in a buy model? Yes or no? It's kind of a rhetorical question. Anyways, thank you, Noski. The answer is yes, right? So now you're thinking, okay, this looks like we're in a buy model. It looks like it's like I see that price just tapped into this bullish fair value gap. Um, but I don't know, let's say you were trading within this bearish one. And now and like let's say you were trading within this bearish one though, but you just tapped into this to this to this bullish one. Are you gonna be bullish or are you gonna be bearish? Right? You've been trading within this bearish 1 hour fair value gap, but now you tap into a bullish fair value gap. Right. You're going to be bullish because price just recently filled an imbalance. This 1 hour fair value gap, maybe we had traded in it before, right? Let's say we tapped into it here before, then price came up and we're trading within it again, but it's not this new imbalance, right? This is not new. The fair value gap has been there and it's been tapped in before, but we just tapped into this bullish fair value gap. Also, like Minion said, maybe you identify that you have a bullish breaker too, and now you're in a 1 hour unicorn. But let's assume you don't have that many confluences, right? Let's assume you're like kind of 50-50, like, oh, but I'm inside this bearish value gap, but I just tapped into this bullish one, but you just tapped into that bullish one. Price just rebalanced that. So what can happen now? We can go up. But how do we know that's going to happen now? You don't. But now what you're going to do is drop into your lower time frames, and this is what you see in your lower time frames. This is what you see in the 15-minute. Fuck. Right? So now how are you feeling, right? You see this is what you're seeing in the 15-minute. This buy side level. You saw this buy side level. Like now you just went from scouting out the 1 hour, determining your bias on the 1 hour, identifying that you're in a buy model. You weren't sure if you were in a buy model. You're stuck inside this bearish fair value gap, which you had tapped in before, but now you just tapped into this new bullish fair value gap. And now you're like, okay, I'm feeling bullish. I want to be confident in bullish. Let me drop into the lower time frames. You drop into the 15-minute and you see this. You see another buy model forming. So now, not only are your higher time frame draws in line with your lower time frames, well, sorry, not only do you have your higher time frame draw, your lower time frame draw is also in line with your bias, right? Um, And let's say now on the lower time frame, you also have this 15-minute fair value gap, which hasn't been tapped into, right? So now you have all these confluences, and then once again, I can't zoom in anymore, unfortunately. But you zoom in once again, and you get your little fucking 1 minute setups. You know what I mean? And then it just all goes from there. I know this is a scuffed drawing, but like zoom out, look at the bigger picture. It's all very surface level. The higher time frame is very hypothetical. You can switch your bias all the time. It's fine, but find your bias first. It should be easy. It should be fast. It shouldn't be that hard, and it's fine if you don't have one. And then drop into the lower time frame and look for the same thing. What imbalances haven't we filled? Oh, we haven't tapped. There's this unfilled 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Wait, that's a good confluence, right? Maybe price wants to rebalance that. And it looks like on the higher time frame, price also wants to rebalance this market maker buy model. So maybe we are bullish. And so now all your confluences align on the higher time frame and on the lower time frame, on the fucking 1 hour, on the 50-minute, on the 5-minute, on the 1 minute. Like, just take your model now when you see it. You've determined the draw. Now just take whatever model you like. Not whatever model you like. I mean, like, whatever you're consistently trading. Don't just switch between 20 strategies, but take something that you like. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And if you're wrong, you're fucking wrong. But if you're wrong, there's a reason it was hypothetical. And that means that if what you wanted to happen, what if everything that made sense in your head doesn't happen, then it wasn't meant to be. Price is not going to go in the direction that you wanted to. It wasn't a stop hunt or some bullshit. You were just wrong. Like, you weren't right about the market. The algorithm didn't exactly work how it does. There's a win rate for a reason. It's all percentages, right? This is like statistics. Like, it's not always gonna work, right? I might be on a fucking 11-0 win streak right now, or whatever the fuck, but that statistic, unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, is gonna correct itself, right? We might catch 3 losses in a row now, but the whole point is that it's gonna go up and up and up every time. I want to drop also this crazy piece of sauce I thought of today. Probably one of the most philosophical fucking genius trading things that I've ever just like thought of in my life. I can say it right now, and if you want to re-record it for like a more specific video, but I actually thought of like the best way to understand trading. I'm not like today. I'm not even kidding. Like, if you want, I can kind of quickly, briefly go over it. Okay. So, like, I haven't collected the words for it correctly yet, but I want you guys to start thinking of trading like this, because this is something I took on subconsciously without realizing this mindset. But I finally like kind of started realizing like the words really to put for it. And so like think about it like this, bro. If you like there's a 9 to 5 life, right? You wake up every day, you go to work from 9 to 5, you do that every day for a year, whatever. And you get paid, I don't know, bro. $60,000, right? Not amazing, not like insanely poverty, but like it's not good, whatever. Like that's just like an average. And I'm not gonna say the stupidest shit that ass listen. And now think about this. Now think about if I told you, hey bro, you can make $150,000 a year if all you do is take this same setup every single day. And so now let's separate the money from like what happens with the trade itself, right? Now let's say like it's not about like, oh, but I make $1,500 this day. I lost $1,500 the next day. No. Let's say you know that like the PDI model, for example, you know it has a 70% win rate. And now you completely separate the numbers. Let's say you couldn't even see the numbers on your screen. I am quite literally giving you a model and telling you, okay, this model works 70% of the time, right? Now push those statistics aside. I will pay you $1,500 a day to just take this model every time you see it every day. And so you're getting paid $300,000 a year if you take this model every day. All you have to do is take it, right? I'm gonna pay you that yearly, and all you have to do is take it. Doesn't matter win or loss. Don't think about it win or loss. You're just gonna sit on your desk every day and take the same shit every fucking time. Don't show me the numbers, but I will pay you $300,000 at the end of the year. Because that's what it is, bro. That's literally what it is. Like if you see it as oh, but I made $1,000 this day and then and I lost $1,000 the next day. Forget about all that shit. Do you not realize that these models are quite literally telling you, I will pay you $300,000. I'll pay you $200,000, whatever your risk is, right? I will pay you this amount of money a year if you just take it every time, right? If you're just consistent with it. Do you want to show up to a fucking 9 to 5 every single day, sit on your fucking desk, be like, yes, boss, I'll get you a coffee? Or do you want to shut the fuck up and actually start taking your model consistently every single day? Just look at it like a model, save the money, like put the money aspect aside, and at the end of the year, you'll be rewarded with all that fucking money that comes with it. That's all I have to say. I don't know if that was the exact perspective that you wanted to hear. I don't know if like that made sense to you guys, but it made sense to me. So Zaza zombie. Like a personal ATM with a wonky personality, but you notice every time it's cloudy, the ATM gives you extra money, so you only go there when it's cloudy, and why the fuck would you go there when it's sunny? So it's like saying like the cloudy conditions theoretically in this case are the best, and that's when it pays the most, but when it's sunny, just because, you know, it might look like it's better, it's not like paying you what it should be. And if that makes sense in your head, like, yeah, I mean, I actually get what you're saying completely. Yes, bro. You know the model works. Marco, like the PDI model, for example, like that's un unprofitability is just that's just a label that is being put over because you haven't been in the markets enough time. That's a that's a time thing, bro. Yeah, I don't think it's possible at all to put aside the numbers. The reality is that you're always going to be looking at the numbers. But that's fine. You can be observant of the numbers. I'm just saying separate the emotions from it and know that as long as you take it every day, it's going to work, right? Do I think this model will work forever? I back tested it from 2022, 2023. It works, bro. I mean, I don't think it's gonna stop working. That's for sure. But one year might have a higher win rate than the other. When you're looking for an S&T, how do you know the second highest protected? Hold up, I'm gonna end this OBS recording.